hear me all right? Probably don't need this thing. You know, I've been looking forward to this for a long time. Many people in this church have been waiting for this from me for what, 20 years? 20 years.
Yep.
Pastor Sonia, Diane, Norm, Tom, Cheryl, Kathy Downing, names could go on. Mark over there. Y'all know I've been going through some issues. Started out in July with what I thought was a simple sinus infection. Fast forward up to a number of events that people, if you've seen it on Facebook, or Cookie's been so generous into sharing my emails, ends up being cancerous in my head. Didn't know what was going on. Didn't know where it was leading. Was really scared. And if y'all remember I shared this story, baptism that we did. Y'all enjoy this. This is my little humorous part of the story. When we had Elijah that was getting his baptism, God hit me. Something came over me that I'm sure has come over each and every one of you. And I told Kim, had I known that Diane would have had a change of clothes, I probably would have jumped in that thing that day. I really would have. Then the amazing thing is that Diane's talking with Pastor Tom and says next week there's going to be 2 baptisms. Tom knew of one. The other ended up being me. And that was an experience that I will never forget. That was the humorous part, because Kim didn't even know that. I was ready to jump in right then and there. But I freaked all y'all out. But let's fast forward a little bit. God grabbed a hold of me in a way that I've never thought would happen in my life. Ever. I mean, I've always been a godly person. So I told Tom I probably can't read scriptures and do things like that. But that's not the important part to me. The important part is the belief. And my life changed about 2 weeks ago yesterday. And God had a huge hand in that. We're getting colonoscopy. How many of y'all had colonoscopies before? Mine didn't work out. Mine didn't work out very well. Drank that stuff. It's terrible. Terrible. Drank it all that Thursday. Went there. We were supposed to go to a 10 o'clock appointment. We get there and they say, we're not going to be able to do this. The whole idea behind this wasn't to clean me out, but was to figure out what was causing the cancer in my head. Because right now, I have issues here, here, and here. So Kim said, we got there and they said, we have to hold off till next Thursday. Kim said, we can't do that. We've been piecing apart this whole thing. That can't happen anymore. We got to get something done. We got to get a biopsy. We got to figure out what's going on. So they said to me, all right, we'll do it. Here was the challenge. 10:45. They said, go out to the store. Of course, this is a hospital. They don't have the right stuff for me to drink. No. Go out to CVS. Get a gallon of what, Gatorade? Gatorade, along with Miralax. I always get that name wrong. Drink it within an hour. Yeah. Challenge accepted. All right? Wasn't going to stop me. Because I felt God had me. He was going to take care of me. A lot of people do that, and, well, not to make anybody ill, they're gone. I didn't. Had half of it done before we got to the hospital, the other half before noon. They did 2 hours. And this is all God stepping in. And I can't name names because it's not important. I don't want to get anybody in trouble, but I'm going to tell you. As you all know, part of my luck is Kim's now a resident chaplain over at OSU. Started 2 months ago. There's God again. We get OSU insurance. I get to go to the best cancer hospital in the country. So Kim's there. She's talking with one of her pastor friends who stayed with her while I was going through this colonoscopy. And we get done. And in the interim, she had called her husband. Well, her husband, guess what? A cancer doctor at the James, who called his boss and said, pull up Dave's chart. Take a look at it. And he did. Just give me 1 second. He said, it's Friday. He said, you need to get him in here now. Don't wait. I'll be honest with all you. It saved my life. It saved my life. Because I was in a, what's going on mood. What's going to go on? Everything was 10 days. We'll do this in 10 days. We'll do that in 10 days. Let's get a test. Let's get a biopsy. There was no focus. The minute we got in there, I had a team. I had a team of doctors. I had a radiologist. God stepped in again because I wasn't supposed to have an appointment for the radiologist until the next Tuesday for a consultation. Just a consultation. Who knows what would happen? Guess what? He was on call that weekend. He was on call. Came to visit. He said, you know what? Don't know what's going to happen. You may not get your eyesight back. Well, you know what? I'm going to show you guys right now. Look at that. I got my eyesight. All right? It's coming back. I may not be able to look this way, but I can go here, 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 and here. All right? I'll put this down because it's a little bright. So he says to me, all right, we're going to fit you. We're going to fit you for a mask. Y'all get on Facebook, you'll see it's pretty tight. It's kind of neat. And so by that Tuesday, I not only had an MRI, I was showing the thing in my head had grown. But by Tuesday, I'd already had 2 radiation treatments. And this thing is getting smaller. And he said to me, I don't know what's going to happen to your eyesight. Well, last week when we saw him, I could see him. But we did our test, and then we saw the nurse practitioner, and somebody else, and then him. But by the time it was all said and done, I could still move it. And I think he was impressed. I know I am. Because, some of this eyesight's coming back where he had no hope at all before. And, this is the short version because everything that's happened has been because of that. The people that have stepped up. I want to thank Sheriff for coming. I've known Sheriff 4 years here. I've coached her son in baseball. My baseball program at Westerville South stepped up. I said, as you all know, with the calendars and things like that, you all have been a great help. The amount of help that I've gotten has just been a blessing. I never thought I'd touch so many people's lives in what I do. And it's amazing a journey and experience for me that at 52 years old, you use the term reborn, and I can use that term very loosely, very strongly. Kim says I'm a good prayer. Probably personally, I'm not going to do it here in public right now. But I spend a lot of time thanking a lot of people. And I receive all y'all's prayers. And I feel them. I feel them every time. I'm so thankful every day that I wake up. Every night when I go to sleep. I've got 5 more treatments to go, and then we deal with the inside. Don't know what's going to happen there. That's an unknown. But I'm not afraid. I feel very comfortable and confident. Y'all seeing what you're seeing here. You can read the words on Facebook. You can read the emails. But I'm in his hands. He grabbed me like nothing before. And I'm sure many of you have gone through that. There's no letting go. By the way, I'm just teasing. I love it. And the story's going to go on. And I just appreciate this opportunity. I'm not a great public speaker, but I had to share this. This has been on my chest, and I really, really, really wanted to thank people. The amount of support that's come out. My school went, and I didn't even know this. I'm in the hospital. They make these little bracelets that they're selling for me because they know I haven't had an income since July. I'm self-employed. I don't know when I'm going to have an income, but you know what? I have trust. God's going to take care of things. He's going to take care of things. He put my wife in a great spot with work. And I was worried. I said, she's going to get fired, because all the time she's going to have to spend with me. No. They have been so supportive of her. And on top of that, as a resident chaplain, she's learning something that other chaplains aren't going to have the experience of doing. And that's understanding what's going on from both sides of it. And she's going to be able to bring that to the other side and help others. And this is all about helping other people. And I can tell each and every one of you and everyone I've ever run across, you ever need anything, don't you hesitate to call. I'll be the first one there. Maybe the second, if I can't drive. But
he does pray for each and every one of you. Every day, every morning, and every evening.
And my friend Gunnar gave me this. I'm never going to take this off. I need a smaller chain. But I hold this. This is very important to me. And a lot of things have turned very important to me that weren't important before. And final piece, not the end of the final piece, but a very poignant piece of that, Kelly, come up here, was we went to the surgeon. Because, you get this kind of stuff, and they send you a whole bunch of people doing a whole bunch of things. And she captured something. That's right, it's not there.
There it is.
This picture. I was not unhappy, by the way. Okay, those are tears of joy that Kelly captured. And along with this, she posted this on Facebook, and I think this is the perfect way to end at least this testimony. And by the way, this is not ending. I will come back. I will keep everybody apprised of what's going on. But this is probably perfect. I've been really thinking about this part because this kind of really solidifies things, because we went to the surgeon. He sat us down and said, we'll do 4 holes in you, and we'll take out part of your colon, and we'll do this. And Kim and Kelly said something to him that made him take pause. And he walked back out for about 5 or 10 minutes and came back in and said, looking at stuff, I don't think you're going to need surgery. Probably going to be able to do it with chemo, and I'm just waiting for that doctor. But Kelly wrote this, and I think it's very important to kind of end this on.
It's true when people say cancer sucks the life out of you. But at the same time, it has a funny way of bringing everyone closer. While leaving the oncologist's office today, I decided to take a picture of this unforgettable moment. I had just gotten in the car, getting ready to take my dad home, when I looked up and noticed tears of joy running down my dad's face. My mom was giving him the biggest hug. Tears also came into my eyes, realizing that yes, we're in the parking lot of a hospital, all bawling, but this specific moment in time was so pivotal. It was a moment of pure joy in a time of battle. It was the first time that I truly believed that we would make it through. I thank God every day that my dad is alive and fighting strong. Thank you for all of the continued prayers and words. Dave Strong.
Thank you. Thank you for allowing me.